Nicola was just 5 years of age. She told her mother that she had lived a past life in the village of Haworth, near West Yorkshire in England. On her second birthday, she was given a toy dog, which she named Muff, and stated that it was the same name as the other dog she'd had before. Over time, she would talk to her toy dog and discuss incidents and experiences that they'd shared in the past. One day, Nicola asked the mother, Kathleen, "Why am I a girl this time?" "Because last time I was a boy." Her mother then asked Nicola what she meant by this time. And Nicola replied that when Mrs. Benson was her mother, she was a little boy and played with Muff. Kathleen Wheatley, her mother, had never heard of the surname Benson mentioned in her family, and wondered where she'd got the name from. Nicola then described in detail how her previous mother, Mrs. Benson, would tie her hair up funny, and she wore a long skirt with an apron like the one her doll wore. However, she said that she did not like her father, because his face was always dirty and he wore large, heavy boots. She said that he worked on the railroads, and they lived in a small house close to the tracks. Unfortunately, Nick could not remember the name she had when she was a boy, but remembered having 2 younger sisters. She then described the house they lived in, which was greystone in between 4 houses that were all joined together in a row. Nicholas said that at the back of the house were fields where she would play with Muff and another young friend, and they sometimes played near the railway tracks, which his mother did not like him doing one day when they were playing on the tracks. She had memories of seeing a man walking along the track, swinging a lamp, then saying that a fast train suddenly came from behind and knocked him over, and he was taken to a hospital. In hospital, he kept being asked if he was all right, but he couldn't answer them, and unfortunately, went to sleep and died. She said he went to heaven and met other people before being born again, but added that "I didn't really die because I came to you, and now you are my other mummy." Kathleen decided to take Nicola through deserted country lanes and windy moorlands, heading towards the village of Haworth. It was a place she'd never visited before, and after a while, Kathleen became lost. Nicola then said that she knew the way to go, and proceeded to direct her mother down unmarked lanes. And they eventually arrived in the village of Haworth. Nicola then directed her mother to the home she had lived in her previous life as a boy, and found her old address, which was 12 Chapel Lane, Oakworth, which was one of 4 greystone terrace houses. The house fitted exactly the description that Nicola had previously told her mother. They then visited the Hayward Parish Church to see if they could get any information on the Benson family. Director of the parish said that the name Benson was not known in the parish, but nevertheless gave them permission to check the records for births, deaths and marriages, but told them it would probably be a waste of time. As Kathleen was checking the names on the records in the old books, she came upon the surname Benson and found an entry for the birth of a baby boy by the name of John Henry Benson, dated the 20th of June, 1875. The father's name was Thomas Benson, a railway plate layer, and the mother's name was Lucy Benson. Kathleen then researched the archives at the City of Bradford Metropolitan Council offices. With the help of Mr. Ian Dewhurst, they checked the census records for the year 1880. The address of 12 Chapel Lane, Oakworth showed Thomas Benson, 29 years of age. Railway plate layer. Wife, Lucy, 30 years of age. Daughter, Hefar Benson, 3 years of age. And Sellers, Benson, 6 months old. There was no mention of their boy, John Henry Benson, in the 1881 census, as she had seen recorded in the church records, which suggests that he must have died before the census recs that were taken in 1880. The fact that Nicola had remembered having 2 sisters that were recorded in 1881 means that John Henry Benson must have died between 1880 and 1881, which would have made him only 6 years of age when he was fatally struck by a train. There appears to be no doubt that Nicola had recalled the past life as a boy who lived and died at the end of the 19th century. But other explanation could there possibly be, and how was she, Obdi, recall her previous sign of a Benson and the location of the house?